going and craving for banana bread. Got everything here but the bananas. Be right back. I'll be right back. Okay. Always forgetting something, but it's okay. I'm making banana bread because when we stopped by the grocery store today, they had a big old bag of bananas sitting there for $1. I think there was probably 10 of them in there. I think, you know what? Banana bread sounds good. So I'm going to make some banana bread. And I don't know if y'all, of course, I think this may be a southern thing. And it only might have been for the people in the South. But the telephone company, years and years and years ago, started putting this cookbook out. This was my grandmother's. And I have used the ever living daylights out of it. But y'all, this is what I learned. This cookbook, and the recipes in it is pretty much how I learned how to cook. Yes. So, and the best banana bread recipe you will ever use is that banana bread recipe right there. So I'll save it right there if you want to screenshot it, if you can. I don't know, maybe you can come back. But, hey gals, yeah, you finally made it to alive, Cheryl. And glad you joined on too. So I'm gonna get started on getting this banana bread because y'all haven't even done supper yet, and I'm hungry. I'm getting hungry, but I'm gonna get this banana bread going before. You think I would know how to make it by heart without having to go. Y'all look, there's splatter on it, probably, and it's probably been there for decades. This is my go-to cookbook. As you can see, it's falling apart. I forgot to look to say. Oh yeah, good. I did get that right. 350 for the oven. Cream oleo, cream oleo, and add sugar. Beat in eggs. So I'm gonna do that first. It's gonna be loud here for a second, so just hold tight. But I can't tell y'all, this is the best banana bread. Y'all, the best banana bread came out of this. My macaroni casserole came out of this. Christmas punch came out of this. There's another casserole that came out of this. Y'all, it's just filled. And like I said, the telephone company put this thing out years and years ago. And it started off with the yellow cookbook, and then it went the yellow cookbook, the red cookbook, the blue cookbook, and the white cookbook. And then there may be one, and they're all this size. And where they got their recipes from was the ladies that work for the telephone company would submit their recipes. So let me get this started because like I said, I'm about to get hangry and I'm about to get this mixed up here. So if y'all don't have anything else to do and y'all want to watch me make banana bread, well, here it goes. And call for 3 bananas, but I always put more than 3. So, and I will save my banana peelings and go throw them out in the compost pile. 1. Now it did say it's cream, sugar, and oleo, but I am creaming the sugar and the butter and the bananas together. So, here's that. I'm going to put this over here. Now, what'd I say? The butter. How many sticks does it call for? 3/4 cups. So that's 1/2 cup. And I am going to guesstimate, I think I've used some of this. We're going to say that's, and I see you too, Ann. Glad you're here. So that's another, that's 1/2 cup. I mean, 3/4 of a cup of butter. So yeah. there's that. And it said the sugar, so I gotta get the sugar. Sugar. And how much sugar does it call for? Sugar, sugar, sugar. Where are you? Oh, very first thing on the thing. 2 plums. Plums are in the refrigerator. 2 cups of sugar. And I always add a little bit more. And I am kind of, so that's 1. And I see it's over the, but that's okay. That's okay. So I'll put that in, get this out of the way, give me a little bit more room. Now, which one do we want? This one. This is my second KitchenAid mixer, by the way. I had one. Oh my gosh. And I about hate this thing. Seriously? Why are you not going up? There. It's much more complicated to work than the other one. Now, my other one was pretty much just like this one. But when you put the bowl on, you have to press down so hard, and when it makes that noise, you think you about broke it. And the other KitchenAid was much easier. You just set it on the little prongs, and choop, and it was on. But this, okay. Now that's the sugar and the bananas and the butter. I need CC on here. So, let's just do this one here. So after that gets mixed up pretty good, and you can see it's done a pretty good job. So I can't complain about how it works once you get it together. But now that I got that in there, that's loud, sorry. Now I've got the sugar, the butter, okay, the eggs. I need to add the eggs. But I'm going to go ahead and put my dry ingredients in, which is baking powder, soda, and salt. And I think it's 1.5 teaspoons each. What is it? 1 1/2 teaspoons baking powder. 1 1/2 teaspoons baking powder. There's 1, and there's half. Okay, got that. And I think it is the same with the soda. Yep, same with the soda. Pour this over here, over the sink, because Okay, here's one, and yep, and there's half. And then the salt, half a teaspoon of salt. And that's about half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, I'm gonna mix that up. Let that mix in, let the leavening mix in. Okay, really? There. So I put the salt up. While that's mixing, I'm gonna put my salt, my soda, and my powder back up. Trying to clean up as I go. It's just the lighting right here or what, but this kind of looks fuzzy, so I'm gonna wipe the thing off for a second. Let's see if that'll help. Sorry, I'm turning you upside down, I know. Maybe that helped, I don't know. There we go. Oh, good, CC is here. Okay, buddy, I had to take care of some business while you weren't here. Yes, thank God the moderator is here. Yep, she's on it. Okay, so I'm making banana bread in case you didn't notice it. I haven't added the eggs yet, so I've got the leavening in there. Now I'm going to add the eggs. It only calls for 2, but I have 3 in here. And I don't want to put a container back in the refrigerator with only 1 egg. So yeah. There's one. Oops, about lost that one. 2. Hit it too hard. 3. Okay. This will go to the compost pile. They make banana bread, and that's a good idea. I could make some banana pudding too. I hadn't done that in a while either. Okay, so I'm going to get this out of the way. Chicken out there and see if it's thawed. The next thing is flour. What did I do with my measuring cup? Oh, the measuring cup was in the sugar, so I'll use this. So I got the sugar, the butter, the eggs, baking powder, salt, soda in there, and the bananas. I do need to add some vanilla. I'll show you what it's looking like. Here's what it's looking like right now. Okay, now I'm going to add, what do you call it? Vanilla. I think it calls for vanilla. 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla. And there's 1, there's half. You need to get a bowl. How about putting in the water here with the Oliver spoon? I think it'll fit. And then how much flour? Three cups of all-purpose flour. Oops. You know this ain't gonna be 3 cups because I'm gonna have to open up that other bag. 2, and that wasn't completely 2. Almost 3. I told you. I don't have enough. Now I have to open up the other bag. 3. Oops, and I just messed up. I didn't mess up. I just poured some of it on the counter. I saw a thing today said I cook with wine, and sometimes I add it to my recipes, but no. No, it's not the case. It's just I'm a mess when I bake. Baking is not one of my better things, but I can make some banana bread. So that's got to be 3 cups right there. Yeah, that was 3 cups. And now it calls for the key ingredient to what makes it taste so good is, yes, buttermilk. Buttermilk is what makes really good banana bread. Okay. Real good and creamy buttermilk. Do not spill this. Do not spill this. Okay. Funny thing is, it calls for 1 1/8 cup. I mean, 1/8. I mean, that little bit of 1/8 is going to make a difference, but I guess it does. And that looks like 1/8, maybe a little more. And then, okay. That's it outside of adding the nuts. And I gotta scrape it down. Let's see. See? A banana bread. I gotta get something scraped down the sides. It would be smart to turn it off. Okay. Very smart to turn it off. But if you don't think I haven't tried to scrape the sides down when the thing's going before, I'll let you in on something. I have. It wasn't smart. Okay. Okay. Scrape it one more time, and then I'm gonna get the walnuts or pecans, whatever I got in my freezer right now, and put in there. Oh, I'm about to starve. We had to clean a house today, and we took snacks with us. So I basically ate a bag of chips for lunch, and maybe half of a little protein bar. Okay, what am I looking for? Nuts, nuts. Where are you? I should know I cleaned out the refrigerator the other day. Okay. I know I have them in here. But where are they? Okay, alright, here's walnuts. Walnuts will work. I know I had some in there. Walnuts. I like walnuts in banana bread better than I do pecans anyway. You make banana bread often? Well, good. Good. So, yep, these are walnuts. And I know they're still good, but I'm not going to put them in there whole. So, cover your ears for just a second. I'm going to kind of crush them up a little bit. Who needs a nut chopper when you got one of these? You can have them crushed up in like, what was that, 10 seconds? Yeah. Okay, and it called for how many? A cup. Well, I already put my cup in the sink, so I like a lot of nuts in it. And this is, I know it's a cup. It's probably a little more than a cup. Okay. Wipe that off. while that's blending up a little bit more, and spray the pans, pour it in. Sorry, there's one. Oops. There's two. Okay. Lower this little booger down. Take this thing off. She gotta scrape it off. Okay. Now, all right. I'm surprised you know who hasn't jumped up here on this counter yet. He is right behind me. And you know who is going to get a trip to the vet real soon. Real soon. Okay, that's it, y'all. I'm gonna taste it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. I have that. Okay. I could probably go a little bit more in that one. But I'm always afraid I'm gonna get way too much in one and not enough in the other. Okay, scrape it down a little bit more. Looks like that needs a little bit more. No, when I scrape out the banana ball, the banana bread ball, I make sure I try to get every drop. Because one drop is a bite. Okay, what happened? What happened here? Hello? Are we still live? Are we still live? What's going on? I don't know if y'all can hear me, see me, or what, but it looks like my camera froze. Hello? Are we still live? It's still showing. We're here. It just blacked. Okay. Okay, only one bottle. Good baby. Cute. Little orange. Tail female. Lost picture. You can see. Okay, hold on. Let me see what the dogs are barking at. My side is still frozen, and I don't know why, but let me see what they're barking at, okay? Just a second. What are you barking at? Honey? 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 Okay. Did it come back yet? Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to zoom out of this, and then I'm going to come back on. That's what I had to do. That's what I had to do. My screen is black. Okay. Let me pop these in the oven because it says, I think it says, recipe, bake at 350, 2 pans. Honey! You know, I love these recipes. It says, when cake is done, it will turn loose from the pan. So it doesn't give you a time. So it usually takes them about 45 minutes. So I'm gonna pop them in the oven. There's one. So hopefully now I will, oh, there we are. Now I can start on my supper, but I'm not going to do that here. I am going to go take a break. I'm going to go sit out on my back porch just a second. 6:15, so that should be done about 7 here. Y'all, I got to show y'all this. I have never in my life seen a watermelon this big. I mean, I'm gonna turn the light on. You don't need a light to see it because it's huge. Okay. Now to wait. Not that one. This one right here. Okay. We're gonna play a game. Guess its weight. We've already weighed it. Okay, just for heads up, that is a 24-pack case of water. Would y'all? Have y'all ever? Yeah. So we did get the scales out last night, and we weighed that booger. Somebody just take a guess at how much that thing weighs. I have yet to look up the world's largest watermelon, but that one would definitely get a blue ribbon at the state fair. I would about bet money on that. Okay. Golly geez, now just stepped out in the sauna. Ajax, if you're coming, get out here. There he is. Okay. So, yes, I'm sitting out here. I'll go ahead and tell you. Y'all, that thing weighed 40 pounds. 40 pounds. And no lie, we weighed it like 3 times. Sarah held on to it, got up there and weighed with it. And it was 40 pounds more her weight. Then I think Drew got up there and held it. It was 40 pounds more his weight. And then they just set the thing on the scale, and it was 40 pounds. I have never seen one that big. But I don't know how y'all's weather is. We had nothing but loads and loads of rain last week. And actually it rained yesterday. Is Ajax kidding? Yeah. Yes, he is. Come here, Fancy. Come here, Kitty Cat. Because if we don't, Fancy's going to be in line. What? Fancy's already in line. Well, I'm sorry. Oh, very good, Lisa. I just saw that. I'm running my mouth and not paying attention to the comments. But you would get the prize if there was a prize. Come here, Kitty Cat. I will show you. Come here, baby. Not baby, but baby. Come here, Kitty Cat. Well, she ain't gonna come to me. I'm just gonna zoom it around and show you. Come here, Kitty Cat. There you go. All right, Ajax. No. See what I'm talking about? Stop it. Freaking repulsive. She's playing, and he is too, but not the kind of play she's playing. And hey, Catherine, I'm glad you're on here. Becky, I couldn't wait for you to cut. I couldn't wait for you to cut your hair, and I knew I wouldn't be able to find a video. I cut my hair a couple of hours ago. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh, it'll grow back out, so don't worry about it. You know, hey, I have pictures. I have pictures where I have cut my bangs dried, and they really did look like the Three Stooges. And this was just a couple of years ago. It's just something you have to live with until it grows out. It'll be okay. I'm sorry, I don't know why I found I wasn't expecting that. Yeah, I know. Missing your lives. My yes, Ajax will start spraying everywhere. Yes. I'm gonna have to put him back in the house. Hold on a second. She is not your hoochie mama. Get in the house. That I'm gonna have to deal with that until I think April 22nd, because the girl that I called today said I am slammed and I probably won't be able to be here until the 22nd. So I may call somebody else, and I may call somebody tomorrow and see if I can get him in sooner, but he will not leave that poor little kitten alone. And about to drive me crazy. So, anyways, I just got sidetracked. Yeah, hoochie mama. And I guess that's the new term of the day. Now I can't, I gotta tell y'all something. Okay, somebody I know, and I can't say because she doesn't like, but it's funny and I'm gonna tell it. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm trying, I'm cutting back, I am cutting back. Where was I going? So the other day, my friend told me that she and her husband had gone to Lowe's. She didn't. It's so hard. Yeah. Anyways, now I'm going to look this way, and I won't be able to keep up with the comments while I'm telling you this. It's funny. Well, this was last week during Rock the South. And if anybody knows anything about Rock the South in Alabama, it's when these country singers, these big headliners come, and they have a 3-day out in the open field concert. And it's a big to-do here in Alabama. Well, anyways, my friend and her husband were in Lowe's. And she tells me, she says, I thought I was about going to have to drag him out by his ears because there were 2 hoochie mamas in there in their cowboy hats, their tight shirt with the and the cut off blue jeans and boots. And I kept having to push him. I said, what? Would you please? Come on, let's go. We got to get going. We got to get out of here. So she told me that. She said, I really thought I was going to have to drag him out of the store. He was just taking his own sweet time when usually it's him that's in the rush and not me. I know the feeling. I've been trying to quit myself. Okay, so anyways, she told me, and this person I'm talking about, y'all, was absolutely, and she still is very, very much attractive to this day. But in her younger years, in her younger days, she could have been a pin-up, centerfold. I mean, she was just gorgeous, gorgeous. Blonde hair, big old blue eyes, and the shape, she had it all. She had it all. I enjoy smoking and stopped. Okay. Anyways, so she said she used to live in Texas, Houston, I believe, and she said she says one of my favorite. Oh, and here comes a wasp, a big wasp. Go. Ah, got him. Hold on, I gotta step on it. Okay, got it. Okay. So anyway, she said she was at the grocery store. This place, she said it was a big grocery store in Houston called Fiesta. And she said, I love shopping there because it had all the kind of organic stuff. Well, this lady I'm talking about is originally from Alabama, but for business and work-wise, they got transferred to Texas, and she lived out there a couple of years. And so she says, I shop this grocery store called Fiesta all the time because I just loved it. And she said, because I was in Texas. Oh, fudge, why did this stop again? I don't know why that stopped me again. But anyways, she said, I was young, and yes, married, still married, but I wore the attire that people out there wore, which was cut-off blue jean shorts, your cowboy hat, and your boots, your cowboy boots. So she said, this one day, she says, I ran down to the grocery store in my get-up, and she says, I passed a produce stand, and she says, sweet little girl that was always there every time that I went in to grocery shop, she was there. She was like the produce manager or something. And I come walking in, and she looks at me, and she's smiling. She says, like, hey. You know, I just think, you know, her normal little sweet hey that she always did when I would come in. But she said, come here, come here. So she said, you know, I'm walking over like, what's she calling me over there for? She said, there's been something I've been wanting to tell you for a long, long time. But today's the day I'm going to tell you. And the reason I'm going to tell you is because it's my last day to work here. She said, I don't think you are aware of it. But she says, every single time you come into the store, all the guys know you're in the store. And the reason they know that you are in the store is because they throw out this code over the intercom system. So all the way from the front desk, all the way back to the meat department, to this section of the store, to that section, they know you're here. And my friend told me, she says, trust me, my face had to have turned every shade of red imaginable. And I just like, thanks for telling me. She said, I turned around and I went out and I never went back to that. She said, that was one of the most embarrassing things. That might have not been funny, y'all, but if you'd heard her tell it, it was funny. It was funny. So I'm like, it doesn't surprise me. But the reason I even started telling that is because I said hoochie mama a minute ago, and Ajax, and she when she was telling me that last week, she said, yeah, there were two hoochie mamas in Lowe's, and I imagine they were going to rock the South. But anyways, there's that. So yeah, there's probably, that probably happens. I mean, that probably happened 20, 25 years ago, and I'm sure it still happens today. So, you know, you get a code. Code 101 HM. You know, nobody else knows what that means. So, yeah. But it is hot and humid here. Y'all, our grass is this tall. And this is probably, yeah, if I went and set that down in the backyard, it would be at least half covered. We can't mow right now because the yard is still so wet from, thank you. Oh, yes, we sure did. Y'all, my back porch is going to look like a wino decorated it before it's all said and done. I don't have that knack. We got that, or I got that the other day. I thought that's gonna look so cute out here with all my other turquoise stuff. Well, Dodo Bird Oliver went and had to go and roll on it, and I should have just waited before I figured out exactly where I wanted to put it. I'm not a decorator, and I'm gonna have to get my daughter or one of my friends up here and help me put stuff where it needs to go. Yeah. Thank you. I love it here. I do. God has really blessed me in this location, and for that to be my view every single day, it's about like being in the mountains. And I always love the mountains. So I don't know what else to say. So I'm just twiddling my thumbs right now, and I'm probably going to go in there. Yes, it is peaceful, and that's one thing I do love about up here. Oh, y'all, I got to tell you this. So yesterday we are going, we're going that way. This is a very low-key neighborhood, but there are some youngins up here that ride around and don't drive properly and whatnot, and I guess there have been some complaints to the police department or whatever. So yesterday we were heading out, and we were going to go that way to get on the road that we get on to go that way. But we could also go that way to get to it too. And that way is a gas station. So as we were leaving yesterday, I told Elvis, I said, go by the gas station first. I want to get some cigarettes. And he had no problems doing that. He says, okay. So we headed down. And up here, y'all, at stop signs, there's hardly ever any traffic coming. Hardly ever. And I go to the Pocono. Oh my goodness, I bet. Well, anyways, we get to the stop sign, and it's one that all of us are guilty for just not coming to a complete stop and just buzzing because there's hardly any traffic up here. Well, he did it. Stop and go. He really didn't even stop. He just check, nothing coming, kept going. We didn't even make it up the other hill, and Ron looks in his room. He says, okay, they got me. I'm like, what? I look at my mirror. Oh, blue lights in the back. I'm like, oh my gosh. Well, thank the good Lord. He was a very nice officer, and he said, y'all, he says, I'm just up here patrolling. He said, we've been having complaints about speeders and prowlers and a few other things. He said, so they're getting us to patrol up here a little bit more. And he said, you didn't stop at that stop sign. He said, and that's why I'm pulling you over if you didn't know that. Hello, kitty cat. So Ron says, I know I didn't. And he says, I'm not saying, he says, I'm guilty. And he says, look, he says, I'm not gonna give you a ticket. He said, and worst off, Ron left without his wallet. He did not have his wallet. He says, I don't even have my wallet on me. And I said, do you want to see mine? I said, I got mine. And then he just kind of like, no, I don't need yours. And I said, okay. Anyways, and then I thought to myself, well, it's probably a good idea that he didn't look at mine too, because Ron and I have been married for 3 years now. We've been living here for 2.5 years, and I have yet to change my address. So, oh, please don't scratch on the chair. Here is Fancy. Here's little Fancy. She's getting big. Yeah, she's getting big, so that was funny. That was funny yesterday. So, okay. All right, you can get down. Golly geez, y'all, I'm about to have to get back in the house. I am literally starting to sweat out here. I don't know what it is, but I know that they said starting today, and I know it was because when I was coming home from work, my car was reading 97. And they said it's supposed to be 95 and above for the remainder of this week. Okay. She looks like my Millie. Oh, really? Well, she's got a sweet little kitty cat, and I think we're going to keep her. Contrary, going against Ron's wishes. He was wanting to get rid of her. But my daughter and her husband said they'll take her later, but they do want her, so I'm gonna keep her for them until they're ready to take her. So, yeah, she is. She's not like her mama, but she does look like her mama. She looks a lot like her mama. What are you looking at, Fancy? Okay, are we gonna prove to everybody we're a girl? Let's not, okay? There we go. So, yeah. I had to get on the phone with Angie the other night, and I said, Angie, you know more about cats than I do. I said, is this a girl or a boy? And she says, Becky, it's a girl. I'm like, well, I said, I guess I was seeing something the other day because I could have sworn I saw something, but obviously I didn't. So she is a girl. And she's not at all like her mama. I don't even know where her mama is. But we don't know what's going to happen with baby. Baby's probably already in. But I can't catch her, you know. But obviously the tomcats can catch her. So, I don't know. I hate the thoughts of taking her to a shelter, but all she's doing is being a... Yes, baby is still a pistol. Yeah. And all she's doing is making other fancies, and I don't need that. And Ron said the other day, 2 cats is enough. We don't need 3 cats. I'm like, it's only temporary, so chill. And we're going to see about getting this little baby fixed really soon, too. Probably we're going to take care of Ajax first, and then we're going to take care of her, because we don't need more kittens. Well, I'm going to take y'all inside. We're going to go look at the banana bread, and then I'm probably going to get off here and start my supper because, oh, okay, wait a minute. Have I been here? Yeah. How long? Okay. I've been on here for 47 minutes now, and I put that thing, okay. Oops. No, little kitten, you cannot come in. No, not a good idea. Ajax is in here. You have to stay out. Okay. Ooh. So I put that banana bread in. Oh, it was 6:15 when I put it in. Okay, but we'll show you what the banana bread looks like. Where did you get her from? She was one of baby's kittens. She was one of baby's kittens. Let's see what the turn the oven light on. Okay, and do not judge my oven. I cleaned everything, but I don't clean ovens. And I've always been that way. I'm like, you know, nothing can live in there when it's 350 degrees and 400 and something degrees, so it can just turn to ash. And please come here. He's getting so big. And this is Ajax. Oh, Growing in Grace is here with us, y'all. Let me tell you, just wanted to say hello. Can't stay, but listen, y'all, if y'all don't know about Growing in Grace, you need to check her out. She has a good, she got a good page and a lot of followers, and she's very much a Christian. And Candace, yes, Candace. Why I always want to say Helen, I don't know. Maybe you mentioned a Helen in one of your videos the other day. But she talks about the Lord a lot, and she gives very much a lot of good, encouraging words. So you might want to look Candace up, and that is her right there, Growing in Grace. So glad you got here, Candace. Glad you got to join us there for a minute. So I'm probably gonna get off here and get my chicken out there on the grill, and we are having chicken quesadillas, and I'm probably gonna cut up boil some squash. And there's Marvita too. Well, darling, you caught us on the tail end. I just did banana bread, and everybody stayed on here watching me do banana bread. And it's in the oven right now, and it's probably got another 20 minutes before it's ready. There was something else. Candace, just one quick question before you jump off too. Do you ever do live videos? So, My goodness. Oh, little kitty cat's looking in the window. Look, nope. Okay, this is another thing. Gonna tear my screen up. Ajax, you cannot come out and get down. Okay, if you're hungry, I'll go get your bowl and feed you. Maybe she's hungry. That could be why she's wanting in the house. Oh no. There she goes. Like I said, she's a sweet little baby. Nothing like her mama. I don't see your bowls out here, so they must be inside. I'll go get you some cat food, get you fed, and then start on my supper. Okay, y'all, it's been fun. I've enjoyed it all, as I always do. And I will just say here for right now, I am working this whole week. I work today, work tomorrow, work Thursday and Friday, and so it's going to be a busy week, and there probably won't be any makeup videos. So y'all have a good rest of the evening. Stay cool, and stay close to the Lord. That's what we got to do. And don't forget to remember one another in prayer. And I'll show you Oliver real fast. He's at the door. Yep, there's Oliver. He wants out. So I got to go take care of the animals and hurry up with supper. Okay, y'all. See y'all. Enjoyed it. Bye. Let's see. Cancel, and yes. Y'all have a good evening.